Everyone loves strawberries. The fruit is beyond amazing. But you know what's not amazing? Having your strawberry plants die over winter because they weren't set up properly. Fortunately, strawberry plants are one of the easiest crops to set up for a winter dormancy. So today, let me show you 2 different ways that you can protect your beloved strawberries from the coming cold so that you can be assured that you'll be enjoying even more fruit next spring. And it starts right now. Strawberries are a perennial temperate plant that go into a state of dormancy every winter. As I said, there's 2 different ways that I like to prepare my strawberry plants for winter, and which way I choose is entirely dependent on the strawberry plant's age. If the strawberry mother plants are 4 years of age or older, its best days are going to be behind it, and it's going to need some work. We're talking a complete engine rebuild as opposed to a tune-up. So let's tackle that complete overhaul first. Let's dive into my overwintering strategy that I use for my older strawberry plant. Strawberry beds and patches are viable for around 4 to 5 years. Not because the soil goes bad or because the plants are too old. Strawberry plants actually start to outcompete themselves. Their crowns multiply and crowd each other out and eventually need dividing. This can be done virtually any time of the year, but be aware, if you're dividing mother plants as a winterizing strategy, the divided individual crowns will have to be overwintered indoors. These guys need roughly 2 months to get fully established, so a complete strawberry patch deconstruction will have to be done in August for those plants to have enough time to go back into the outdoor beds or rows. If you're fine bringing the divided plants indoors and overwintering them, then let's carry on. Carefully dig out either the large mother plant clump, or if the plants are more spaced out such as this one, the little satellite clumps. Clean up all the dead leaves and debris, and then start to pull them up so that they're actually individual crowns. After they're clean, many people start them in a water bath, myself included, to determine that they're still alive and still growing. Indoors, under moderate heat, the crowns will actually send out new white roots within a week or so. Plant these new fledgling mother plants up into small pots and leave indoors until spring. After all frost danger has left, you can then plant them outside in your favorite strawberry location and enjoy fruit that very same year. Pretty cool. If, however, your strawberry plants are quite young and they're still in the prime of their producing life, the steps to overwintering them are actually quite a bit fewer. The real key with this strategy is timing. Knowing when to take your still producing, still growing strawberry plants and set them up for the coming winter. Luckily for us, there's actually a visual clue that the plants give us, and it's what they do with their leaves. Strawberry mother plants are very good at letting us know when they're about to go dormant by their leaf color. When their leaves turn bright red and yellow, you know that that strawberry mother plant is setting up for winter dormancy. And this is precisely the time that I'll start my light pruning of spent and dead foliage, as well as diligent runner removal.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
This planter was done up just this last spring with 4 evenly spaced mother plants. Still looks pretty good until you get to the last one on the left. You can see a runner there that I totally missed that planted itself and got established. I'm going to leave it there for now, but this is precisely how strawberries get too crowded. Once the bulk of the dead leaves are removed from my bed or patch, I then take this time to add in soil to places that need it. I do this to level out the ground to aid in more uniform crops. Also, this is the key time to add in various soil amendments to recharge that patch so that they can hit the ground running next spring. I make a blend of alfalfa meal, canola meal, oyster flakes, rock dust, and Epsom salts, and I add it in a thin layer to the surface of my bed or patch. With our soil amendments added, we can now go into full winter protection mode, and that's to add our mulch. The mulch of choice for winterizing strawberries is always straw. You're going to want to avoid hay at all costs, as it always contains weed seeds. Also, try and avoid green grass clippings or newspaper, as those mulches often tend to clump and they can really smother those mother plants over their winter dormancy. Now, how much straw or mulch you apply is going to depend on where you live and what your climate is like. The colder it gets, the thicker you're going to have to make those mulch layers to keep them nice and snug and safe from the bitter air temperatures. Here in zone 8 and 9, I can get away with a 1 to 2 inch thick layer, no problem. If your winter temps dip well below freezing, look at adding even thicker layers of straw. Upwards of 6 to 8 inches is not unheard of. Don't worry about laying on the straw too thick. It's super easy to rake off and remove in the spring. With my light layers here, however, I don't even bother removing it. The strawberries just grow right through it and it becomes next spring's mulch. It's really a pretty straightforward process to prepare and winterize your strawberry plants. The key is timing. You really need the strawberry plants to be entered into dormancy before adding that insulating layer of straw. Regardless of whether you choose to clean off the expiring foliage or not, this timing will dictate your success. Now that we've covered the 2 ways to winterize your strawberry plants based on their age, let's have a much needed addendum, and that's on potted strawberries. If your strawberry plants are in pots or other small containers and you experience a significant winter freezing, that's going to be a problem. Exposed pots can definitely be susceptible to outright freezing, with your strawberry plants inside being in real danger of not surviving the winter. For potted strawberry plants grown in really cold regions, we have 2 options. The first option is to clean them up as you would a regular strawberry plant in your garden, and then simply bring them indoors to an unheated greenhouse or garage. Now, not warm enough to actually break dormancy, but away from the bone-chilling, inhumane winter. The second option is, if you have quite a few pots, you can actually treat them as though they're planted in the ground. Line them up in rows and cover them with a thick layer of straw, just like you would a normal strawberry patch. Both methods work perfectly fine. Just be aware, if you live in a colder climate and you have potted strawberries, you're gonna have to do something. Here's the too long didn't watch 40-second recap for those who couldn't spare the 9 minutes. Start by looking for the visual clues that your strawberry plants are entering dormancy. This will be the changing color and the failure of the leaves. Cleaning up and pruning the plants is optional and does not seem to affect next year's crops. Straw is the mulch of choice, hence the name strawberry. The colder your winter is, the thicker that mulch layer needs to be. Spread it on loose and even without compacting it. Don't worry, it's super easy to remove in the spring. If you need to divide your main plants, it has to be done in August. Or you're going to need to bring the plants indoors at least until spring. They need a full 2 months to get established. Most importantly, have fun. Strawberries really are low maintenance, and this is pretty much the most work you're going to have to do to get fantastic crops. Finally, many of you may have noticed your strawberries actually flowering well into fall and winter. This is totally normal. Strawberries actually set next year's flower buds in this year's fall. And the warm days can cause them to actually bloom. It's normal. Simply remove them as you would the spent foliage. We all look forward to that first strawberry each and every spring. It's why we garden. Nothing would be more disappointing to find out that our strawberry plants perished over winter, subjecting us to store-bought strawberries for the year. Ugh, I can't imagine. Take these small steps to prepare your strawberry plants for the winter, and next year's you will thank you kindly for the effort. Hey, if you're an expert at overwintering strawberries and you have more tips that you'd like to share, put it in the comments down below. Also, if any of you are on Facebook, head on over and join our gardening group called Growing Better. The group has grown phenomenally fast, yet it will never lose its sense of community or its welcoming feel. If you're passionate about growing epic organic fruits, herbs, and veggies for you and your family, the Growing Better group is a great place to hang out, share, learn, and grow. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you're getting value in this and the other series that I'm doing on YouTube, hit those like, share, and subscribe buttons if you'd be so kind, and I'll see you in the next video.